Hello everybody, I am back today with the Seriously Slim Stamper from Lantern Wren. So these are kind of the hot new thing in the nail world, and I actually even had a reader ask me about this, so I'm excited to get the chance to take a look at it for you. So it's double-ended, and both ends, as far as I can tell, are the same. So I'm not really seeing too much of a difference there in either end. They both have a slightly kind of rounded surface that's a little bit sticky, and of course you can push into it, gloop, 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 gloop. And the other side is pretty much exactly the same. They are removable, so you can remove them, and if you need to replace, I'm sure there will be replacement heads for them. I do like that they come with the little caps. It's always nice to have that kind of protective feature, and of course, you know, who doesn't like to have bling inside of their stampers? It also comes with a scraper, which I think it's always good to have as many extra scrapers as you can possibly have, because I have like 100 scrapers and I can never find them when I need them, so that's very good. So here's my go-to clear stamper, and this is not an XL, this is just a regular size. When I want XL I have a different one, but this is the one I do most of my stamping with. It's super reliable, I love it. It seems to pick up better than everything else that I've ever picked up with, and it also is available at Lantern Wren, so if you're wondering about that. So here's the difference in size. And if you're wondering, if you're like, well, why would you want a small one? Well, I recently reviewed for you this Moyra Scrabble plate, which has all of these little, the little thingies in here that go around the different alphabets, but all the different alphabets. So I thought, well, we're going to try this out and see how that works for stamping. So I'm thinking that this kind of helps you just pick up really what you want and not a whole bunch of other stuff, and that there might be an advantage to being able to have that. I'm here in terms of size. So this, like I said, this is just a regular stamper, and you can see that that is about 1 inch across, and so it is about 3 centimeters, excuse me, across approximately. So this, so you can see that this is about 1 centimeter wide, a little bit more maybe than 1 centimeter, and then about a little bit less, make sure you can see it, then, wow, this is so weird to try to do on camera. So it looks here like it's about 1/2 inch, but it's a little bit under 1/2 inch. So we're talking about a little small, a dainty little thing. I am going to try it out with Sally Hansen Midnight Drive. So one thing I should say about this that has been a negative for me that I've thought, I wonder exactly how useful it's going to be, is it is not a clear stamper. So, you know, you can't look down the barrel of it and see where you're placing something. But I'm thinking because it's so small that maybe that's not going to be such a big deal. So let's see. Let's see what happens here. All right. Okay, well, that picked up super easy. I don't even think, I tried my normal rolling motion, but this is such a soft stamper that I think maybe just up and down will be better, but either way it picked up fine. And as you can see, it really did just kind of isolate that image, and all I would have to do is really just pull off a tiny little bit. And I was noticing, if you watch my review, in my review of this plate, I said that I had to work fast in order to be able to get it to transfer, because, you know, once that polish dries, it doesn't want to transfer. So this would be a big benefit, I think, to not have to worry about that. So let's go ahead and, okay, it took me a while because I was talking about it, but it still transferred pretty well except for this little edge. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of stick that on, try to stick that on there. Nope, it's just not having it. So that's my fault because I waited too long for it to dry, but you can see it worked pretty well. I did nothing to prime this. I don't ever prime my stampers. All I ever do is wash them in dish soapy water and then let them dry, and that usually takes care of it. And it sure doesn't seem like this one needs to be primed either. All right, this time I'm just going to go right up and down. And it picked up pretty darn well. I'll go ahead and just, boom. So normally I roll, but this I just went straight up and down, and I got really good placement there. All right, so now let's see. Here's where, because it's not a clear stamper, placement's a little bit harder. Let's see how I do with putting a letter inside that heart. Well, that was not a good scrape. There we go, that's better. And I think Yeah, look at that. Nice little L. Let's see how I do with trying to... this is bringing back the olden days when you used to have to position everything. Look at that. I will say that because it is a smaller head, you can really see where you're placing something a lot easier than if you're trying to, if this were not a clear stamper, trying to figure out, you know, where you're putting this, and the head itself kind of blocks what you're doing a little bit more. This, because it's so small, I actually didn't find it that hard to place it accurately. So even though it's not a clear stamper, I think you're gonna be pretty okay with getting your images where you want it. You might have to practice a couple of times, but these are the first 3 times I've tried to use this tool, the first 3 times I've ever tried to place, and I was able to place that pretty exactly where I wanted it to go. So not too shabby. All right, let's try again. And again, very nice. And this time we're going to put it on the kind of the other side. And yep, so it's a little bit big for that heart. I'm pretty happy with that impact there. I think that that's pretty cool. So it is not clear, so you don't get the exact perfect benefit of being able to see exactly where you're going to put stuff, and I'm pretty spoiled now by the clear stampers. I want to be able to do that, but I was still able to make this happen pretty effectively, I think. So I definitely think that this is a cool little tool to have, especially if you are working with a plate like this, where you've got these smaller little images that are kind of harder to pull off the plate, and you don't really want to pull off a bunch of stuff with it. This might be the way to go for sure. So it's sticky, it picked up well, it transferred well, and while I had a little bit of a trouble working fast enough when I showed you my video review of this plate, picking it up with a normal stamper, pulling everything off around it and getting it on while the polish was still wet, I didn't have a problem doing it with this. I think another benefit with this, clear stampers can be finicky picking up some images, especially fine line images like this one. I didn't have a problem with this one, but like this one, this actually might be a good way to pick up those images with fine lines that you're struggling with the clear stamper and still be able to get relatively precise application, of course, as long as they fit on this. So I think that's another benefit here. Overall, yeah, I definitely think it's a pretty neat product, and I think it's definitely one you want to have in your arsenal. Okay, I will link everything down below, and thank you for watching. They both kind of have a slightly rounded, mine now has a cat hair on it, of course, as always. So, of course, I've got another cat hair on there, because, you know, why not? Why wouldn't you? So yeah, try to keep your area as animal hair free as possible, which is something that I struggle with on a moment-to-moment basis.